Hey YouTube, it's Cookies and I'm coming at you with another video on the Super Bowl performance by Madonna. And I wanted to talk about some things that pointed out to me. And first, I would love to say this first and foremost. Shout out to the Giants. I'm not a Giants fan, but you guys gave a hell of a performance. That was like the best Super Bowl performance I've seen in a long time. The type of performance that kind of got me on my seat. I mean, the Steelers and the Packers, that got me on my seat as well, but not as much as this Super Bowl. It was really, really good, intense. You didn't know who was gonna win, really. I mean, even after the last minute of the game, you was thinking to yourself, man, is the Patriots gonna catch their last ball? It was just really good. So shout out to the Giants for just playing a good game. Now, let's talk about the performance. Madonna, she killed it. I love her. I love the performance. It was just really good. Was it all that memorable? I don't think any performance would ever be as memorable as the boob showing from Janet. So, but it really was good. If you think about it, some people was like, well, it was full of graphics and stuff like that. She didn't interact with the crowd because the crowd wasn't on the floor and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, it was a real good performance. Like, I love the graphics. That's something that I haven't seen for a Super Bowl, like graphics like that. The last time I seen graphics like that was with the Beyonce performance when she sung Run the World Girls for the Billboard Award. And she was more, of course, she was more interactive with the graphics and whatever, but these graphics were really good. I loved it. So, she did a great job, but I have to go in. I have to point out some errors and point out some things that just did not sit well on my stomach watching the performance. So, number one. What's number one? Should I really? We have to. I'm not gonna say Madonna should not lip sync. She did say she's the best of the best. She's better than Janet. She's better than Lady Gaga. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna give that to her because she's old. You know, so for her age to move like that for 15 minutes on a grand stage like that. So I'm not gonna come off with her that way if you thought I was. But I am going to recognize this. I just want to see where everybody's mind is. Do you guys think it's kind of sketchy that for Madonna to come at Lady Gaga and say, I'm an original, you're a copycat? She didn't say the words like that, but that's basically what she meant. For her to say that and to have a alleged copycat of another legend, aka Nicki Minaj, on performing with her and on the track with her, do you guys think that's a little either hypocritical or sketchy? Because I don't know about you. Me, it kind of is. Like, you can't say you're a copycat, Lady Gaga, and you have someone who's allegedly a copycat featuring to you. I know you did that for some money. I know you did that to put your fame back up there, but at the same time, that's still kind of sketchy. You didn't really have to make Nicki Minaj be on the track or in the Super Bowl. Like, at first when Nicki Minaj said she was performing at the Super Bowl, I didn't know what she meant. Then when I saw the video, I knew she was going to play that verse. Maybe she would be able to do something of her own, but Madonna didn't give it to her. She gave her 10 seconds. She said, you get in on the stage, you say what you have to say, and you get off on the stage. So that's just the first thing. Second thing, speaking of Nicki Minaj, we really have to go in on her for a minute. Now, I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, so don't look at me as a hater, but I really have to just point this out. Think back 2 years ago when she was getting there to the fame, to the icon and everything like that. She performed her first performance, or big performance, the BET Awards with Diddy and everything. All I Do Is Win. And she had a problem with that performance because everybody was saying that she lip-synced. So, she was so upset. She claimed on the MTV little special of hers, little documentary of hers, that she never wanted people to think that she lip sync and whatever. But 2 years later, what are you doing, Nicki Minaj? You're lip syncing again. And I know everybody, not only me, catch the fact that while the song was actually playing, she was heading to the mic so the mic could cover up her lips while talking. Now I know you had 10 seconds. I know this is your first time on a grand stage like that, in front of over 100 million viewers watching you. But why'd you have to lip sync? Was that really necessary? Was your verse so hard? Was you tired? Madonna was tired, so I get why she lip synced. But you're not. You just got on the stage. So what are you doing lip syncing? And you're rapping. So it's not like you're using your voice, you're using pitch and all that. You're not using any of that. You're just speaking what you have to speak for your 10 seconds, and you do a little dance, and you get off the stage. So why'd you lip sync? Doesn't that mean that she's, a flip-flop-ish when it comes to what she said 2 years ago? You said you don't want to lip sync. You said you don't lip sync. You said that alleged lip sync wasn't true, and now you're back again lip syncing. I had to point that out. Like, I love you, Nicki, but that was really unnecessary. That just made me have to think, you didn't really have to be there. M.I.A, that's the third thing we have to go into. She flipped to the crowd. Why? Really, why? And some people didn't think of it a big deal. At first, I didn't think of it as a big deal either, because I didn't get to see the flip while she was actually flipping to the crowd. The camera was zooming out. So, of course, some people caught it, some people didn't, depending on your TV or depending what time zone you live in and whatever. So, when I really thought about it and really thought about the flip, how kids are watching this show, watching this performance, how people, it's really important for you to just do a great job and to not be so negative. Especially if Madonna is the first female to ever headline the Super Bowl in 6 years. I don't remember, please don't get me wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe so. 6 years ago, the last person who ever headlined, I believe, was Janet Jackson. If not, her performance, you might as well say that's Janet Jackson's performance. But Madonna's the first one to do it in 6 years, ever since 2006. So, for you, M.I.A, to go there and flip to the crowd, the NFL officials got upset, say, here we go, this broad did this. Maybe we shouldn't invite women to headline for the Super Bowl ever again for any performances. Maybe we shouldn't. You're giving other women a bad name, a bad rap, saying that women cannot control themselves. Women always, they're probably going to say women are stupid. And that was a very stupid move for you to do that, especially as a mother to do that, knowing that your child's going to look back at this performance when he or she, it's a he, right? I don't know. Grows up and say, Mom, why'd you do that? Was that necessary? Maybe he would look at it as cool. I don't know. That wasn't cool to me, especially, being as a woman, being as a mother, being as this is the first time women get to headline the Super Bowl in a very long time. You want to make sure no boobs are popping out. So she made sure she got Nicki together and said, you know what, Nicki, you're not going to wear just a bra. You're going to wear something to cover up that bra as well. You're going to put the straps to make sure you have that extra protection. So Nicki made sure she was on board. And everyone made sure they was on board. Nobody tripped, nobody fall. Even though Madonna was trying to do that move with LMAFO. That's her name. With them, she was trying to do a handstand, I think. And one of the dudes was like, what are you doing? I'm not living on my grandmother. But, not trying to say she's old, but just trying to say, she was really trying to do that. I'm like, that's not necessary. So, other than that, I point out my 3 facts. I point out what I thought was wrong about it. But other than that, she did a hell of a good job. And we have to give it up to the one singer who actually sang more than likely, to the whole Super Bowl, which was CeeLo. I love CeeLo. He's like a big, huge teddy bear. And he's funny, and Every single time he steps on the stage, he has some type of costume on. Nobody knows who CeeLo is. You should recognize him from last year when he wore that chicken costume. Who knows why he wore that chicken costume, but he sure did get attention from it. So he's the only one that really sang. So kudos to him. So the whole performance, it was really good. I love Madonna still. You know, I don't care how old she gets. I want her to keep performing like this because she's telling all the rest of the people who are not performing, who are not dancing, just walking around the stage, lip syncing or trying to put on a show, just to tell them, look, if I'm 53, 50 plus years old, and I can do all this, why can't you? So I want Madonna to continue to do that. As for everybody else who think Madonna still have that M.I.A. syndrome, that they both still think that they're 21, that's why they're dressed like that and they dancing around and jumping up and down like that. What's age at the end of the day? A lot of people, there's a lot of people that look like they're still 30 and they're really 55. There's a lot of people. Madonna's not one of them, of course, but there's a lot of people that look that way. So as for that, I just say it just depends. It depends on the performance that she's trying to give and stuff like that. I don't mind Madonna doing all of that stuff for her age. I think it's very different and very innovative, risk-taking, and I love it. You know, she's just reaching out there and showing how much and why she's the queen of pop. So I love it. As for M.I.A, stop that. The butterflies have to go. I mean, I'm 20. I don't do butterflies like that. That's just real cheesy. Ring pop, ring, whatever. That's another video. We just gonna talk about that later. She's on another train by herself to Neverland with all them butterflies on it. But anyway, that's the end of my video. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CookieBaby23. My page will be at the bottom. I'm sure everybody watched the video of Madonna's performance, so we don't have to put the link on the bottom of it. And that's it. Bye.